for day 2, we were getting up and we're heading from Bangor over to Moncton, New Brunswick. We had to cross the border in Calais, Maine, and we were hoping that that was going to be pretty easy for us because we'd heard some horror stories about it taking, well, maybe a half an hour to several hours depending upon the mood of the guards. But we were heading over again with good thoughts in mind. So we're day 2, we are on the road from Bangor, Maine. We're headed towards Calais, Maine, or Calais. I'm not sure which way to pronounce that. I've heard it both ways. But we're on Airline Road, which is Route 9. Just absolutely beautiful road. We've already seen some deer on the way, so we have to be careful of those. But we're having a great day. Said hopefully we'll have a smooth border crossing. We're all trying to cross our fingers and manifest that, as my wife likes to tell me. But again, we're having a great time. Said headed over to Moncton today, and then eventually on to Nova Scotia. So after crossing the Canadian border, which went very smoothly, we decided to just head north towards Moncton. And we stopped in St. John, which is about halfway between Calais and Moncton. There was a visitor center there, and we asked the folks inside a place to go eat. And they told us one. They said it was a nice hometown diner, which is basically what we were looking for, where all the locals go to eat. Well, we went in there, and it seemed to be just exactly the place we were looking for. And we ordered up our food, and I in particular got something called a Western, which I didn't know what it was. But it turns out basically it's a scrambled egg omelet with ham, peppers, and onions in it, thrown on a dry piece of toast. So it's kind of like what we would refer to as a Western omelet here in the States. But they just threw this between a couple of pieces of bread, but like I said, it was just dry and there was nothing on it. It was kind of very bland and not very tasteful. And the rest of the guys basically experienced the same thing. And this unfortunately would lead to a pattern that we found in Canada. I ended up getting some good meals later on as long as I stuck to the seafood, but if you veered off of that, there wasn't a whole lot of good fare to choose from. After we got to Moncton, we checked in at our hotel, which was again another Best Western. It was the Best Western Plus there in Moncton, which turned out to be a very nice hotel, nice amenities. People were just really great and helpful. We again got a recommendation for dinner, and we decided to head over and again have something to eat. Well, unfortunately, this was our second experience with food in Canada, and again we were kind of disappointed. I had ordered the scallops and some haddock this time, a stuffed haddock, and both of them came out and they were just dried up and shriveled. I guess they cooked them and they were sitting there waiting under a heat lamp for too long, and they just got dried and shriveled. I had to send them back, and I ended up getting a steak, which turned out to be pretty good. But overall, again, we were all quite disappointed with our food choices so far after we crossed the border. We were hoping that things would get better as we went along.